sometimes we feel we get lured into going to particular areas with the knocks and the taps and the but that's one thing you got to be careful of, people. Does the rabbit hole have a snake in it? Well, if we start talking, Mark might start hearing chatter again.
Yeah. All right. You can do that.
I tell you about the interview I got. My guy this lady lives in Kentucky, and her son was out over by Sebring. I think it was by Sebring.
Mm-hmm.
And not too far north of Tampa there. And he was in a ghillie suit. I think it was in a ghillie suit. And he was out sighting in his AR-14. And he was leaning up against a tree. And he said he saw this one come walking right in front of him. And as he was looking at it, he looked down at its feet. And he said that he watched it as it stepped. He said you can see the meat, the foot spread out as it walked.
Wow, he got close.
And, well, listen to this. When I heard that, I said, oh, that's very good information. If he was that close, he saw that, because Dr. Jeff Meldrum says he's been saying this for a few years, that he thinks their feet, the bottom of their feet, have a pad like an elephant. And that they can sneak up and you not even hear them, just like elephants do.
Mm-hmm.
They can sneak up in the wood line and you wouldn't know they're standing there.
I have a theory.
And I think their feet are like that.
I have a theory. And the theory is I'm not quite certain they're alone.
There's never one by itself.
No, I don't mean by that. What I'm going to tell you is it'll blow your mind.
Supernatural.
I think it is quite possible that there is a master and let me turn it off. A master and a slave relationship. As in
Hierarchy.
they're having help.
Help with.
What I'm saying is this. We get off a lot of the weird stuff.
Yeah.
And then we get the physical stuff. But the two seem to be related somehow. And what I mean is are they getting help? Do they completely stay in our physical three-dimensional realm? Or do they have help, or is it one and the same? You see what I'm saying? Is it one and the same? Because I can't just dismiss all the other stuff. But the other stuff happens a lot of times when the other physical things start happening.
Right.
What I'm saying is it's like a hunter and a dog. Okay, the dog hunts for the hunter, but the hunter is the commander. The hunter is in charge.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Could they be getting help from?
Something extraterrestrial, like.
Yeah, they really shut up. There's no noise at all going on.
Yeah, well, we can.
They're probably walking.
We can.
Going out.
They're probably going deeper too, but
Yeah, she probably.
we can pull on out if you want. But I don't have anything that I can base it upon, other than the other stuff happens a lot of times simultaneously.
Have you read that book, The Psychic Sasquatch?
No, I haven't read hardly any books.
Well, if you're leaning more in that direction, read that book.
Well, what I'm saying,
The only reason I say that is because this guy.
I say the evidence is pointing that
It's a
direction.
very interesting book. This guy used, what do you call those guys? People that, I guess they call them mediums, but he called them something else. And he used 3 of them, gave them 3 different maps, and he asked them to pinpoint in the state where he could find the Sasquatch. And within 50 or 100 yards, all 3 of them pointed in the same location. And none of them knew what they're, they're spread out. Let's get these 3 people.
What I'm saying to you is that the Bigfoot phenomena does not seem to be entirely,
Let me explain.
it doesn't seem to be entirely flesh and blood. There's nothing else to it.
He got this guy to go drop him off in this area, and he said, I'm going to be out here for a month. So he has a tent, he has his supplies for a month. He says, I'll come back and get you in a month. And he had a camera. He had his tent set up that night. He was in his tent. I don't know if he was reading or doing something. So he had a little light on, but he kept hearing
Footfalls.
close to his tent.
That's the physical stuff.
So he opens his tent. He's got a camera. And he opens his tent. He thinks he's going to get a picture of this thing. Whatever's walking around. He goes out and he snaps. Looks on his camera. He don't got nothing. Zips up his tent. He lays down for a little bit. Same thing happens. He tries to get another picture. Can't get another picture. Nothing. But he can hear the footfalls all around him. So after the footfalls stop, he's about to fall asleep, or he is asleep, and something woke him up. He kept hearing this hum coming from the ground, deep in the ground.
Yeah.
Now, when these mediums told him, he said, you need to go to this area, but one of them said, whatever you do not go towards the mouth of the cave. He said, there's something in there that you're not ready to see.
Yeah. Now, when you say medium,
Like a clairvoyant.
a clairvoyant type thing, yeah.
And,
Something
so he hears this noise.
past the physical realm.
He's
Yeah.
hearing this machinery noise. around. So the next day he gets up and he decides to go over, start walking towards that cave. And this is where the freaky shit happens now. There's a Sasquatch in front of that cave.
Yeah.
And he's standing there, and the guy's freaking out. He goes, "Oh, there's a Sasquatch." Well, this thing's talking to him telepathically, saying, you don't need to be here, you need to leave.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, he was kind of saying, well, I was just wondering what was going on. I heard this noise last night. And he said something to the effect, yes, we know you're up there. And all the while, this thing's not even talking. It's moving its lips. It's just communicating telepathically to this guy. And he can read, I guess he can read his thoughts, and he's like, no, you don't want to go in here. He says, they don't want you in here. And he goes, what do you mean they? He said, the space people.
Yeah. I mean,
They're
this.
using the Sasquatches, and they're mining something.
Yeah, as like a slave.
Yeah.
As like a slave.
And that whole book is all about
I have
that.
not read any of these books, but how? Okay, I haven't read any of these books, but how come I'm starting to come to these type of ideas?
Because there's a lot of weird shit going on.
You try to wrap your hands around
Yeah,
it.
you do.
And
Everybody
I
does.
told Mark, I said, Mark,
Everybody
I
that's
said-
in this field has thought about it one way or the other.
yeah.
Same
I've
thing
told
yours.
Mark, I said, Mark, let me propose something to you. He said, dude, the activity we get seems like it's a master and a slave, hunter-dog
Right.
type relationship. I said, dude, are the Foots like the dogs, the hunters, and all this other freaky weird shit is the master, the commander,
Yeah.
the people that transcend the barriers.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And the Foots have help. They're getting help from these guys
Right.
because evidently they're not being detected. They're not being caught.
Right.
They're not being brought in on a slate. You know,
Right.
the body's not being brought in.
Well, somebody
Go back.
Y'all ready to head back?
somebody wants to keep it quiet because that whole incident with Steve. Let me tell you, that's some freaky shit that happened with him
You're
and his
ready
buddy.
now, Betty, I can tell.
Yep. It's a little.
It's a little unnerving, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, there's something going on here. Let's just get out of here.
All right, my light. You're being watched. Hold on, not far enough. You're being watched.
What are you doing?
I'm losing my way out. Hold on.
That's not the way out.
Hold on.
We went that way.
There it goes.
That's the way out.
There it is, right there. I didn't realize how far we were, but hang on. Hang on. Yeah, that's south. That's good.
Yeah, we're going right.
Yep, we're right. All right, last time we were here, guys, last